Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Indigo Unknown.
Indigo.
There wasn't an episode last week, Waylon.
No, there was not.
Real shame. We'll get into that in a second.
But I'm Waylon.
I'm Brendan.
I'm Waylon.
Thank you.
Okay.
How are there two of you? No. So
I'm fat. Is that a fat joke?
Yeah, you're real
son of
heavy.
a bitch.
Anyway, in the jobs that we do, sometimes one or both of us will end up having to work when we're not normally scheduled to, and it can really kind of fuck up the flow of the show.
Yeah.
So we apologize that there wasn't an episode last week, but we're going to do our best. The plan has been to get an episode out every Saturday, and we haven't been super consistent with that the last few weeks, but we're going to do our best to get those shows out, keep that quality Indigo content coming for both of you guys.
It's not going to be hard.
Not both Waylons, I mean both of our viewers.
Yeah. All two.
Listeners.
Yeah.
Mystery viewer?
Hello.
One. Only one of them.
One.
So, what are we covering tonight? What's our topic?
Soulmates. Soulmates.
Brother.
Soul brothers.
Soulmates.
Soul Train.
Yeah, we're going to be
Back in
talking
the
all
80s,
about
we're
Soul
talking
Train.
about the dance show. I think it
You know,
aired back in
that
1977.
show was still on, like, in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It may still be on.
It might be.
You go on, you check out Channel 5.
They have like
midday.
Coolio now. It's like 56, 57 years old.
Nobody's really doing any
Gangsta's
of those.
Paradise.
Yeah, nobody's doing any of those cool dances.
Yeah.
They're all just kind of in a room.
Just
and
sitting there.
There's a beat playing, and they're like, all right, that was Soul Train. Join us tomorrow for that song again.
Same song.
Anyhow, speaking of songs, quick story here. Have you heard of Hendrickson Lake?
Yes, it's West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So West Virginia. Story took place 1910s. I think it was like 1913, 14, something like that. Early 1910s. Doesn't really matter. I guess around World War I era.
Yeah, I believe it was 1914.
Yeah. Something like that.
Interesting story.
It is. So
Really
there's
interesting.
Lake Hendrickson.
A lot of twists.
There's a girl, Elizabeth Monroe.
Oh,
God.
That's how it was. Wow. The British commentator that was telling the original story said Elizabeth Monroe.
Okay, all right. Obviously, her name is Monroe, Elizabeth Monroe.
But it was, and that's one of the twists on this story.
Miss
A lot of
Monroe.
throughout the years, people mispronounced her name Monroe.
This story was actually told in a very early radio show. I think it was around the 20s that they had told about this.
This was actually
I
the
guess it was
second
BBC radio.
No, you remember the
back in the day.
the World of Worlds that scared everyone about
Yeah,
the
yeah,
aliens.
yeah.
This almost topped it. It almost topped it back.
Well,
in
and that turned out to be a
1914.
hoax. This is still yet to be disproven.
It's from
Which,
what
I mean-
what I see. I think it's
Right. Plenty of
real.
speculation
Yeah.
about Miss Monroe or Monroe.
Monroe. But no, it was on. It was
Monroe.
aired, and it scared the public back then. Maybe not quite as
Mainly
much the aliens,
yeah,
but
mainly the people of West Virginia.
the West Virginians. It scared
Especially
them.
near Hendrickson Lake. I'm not sure exactly which part of the state that's in. I'm not too familiar with West
Yeah.
Virginia, but who is?
No.
No, if we got any viewers there, we love you.
Chime in. Where is that lake? And if you heard about the story, let us know.
So Elizabeth, we'll call her Liz, right?
Liz. Oh, Liz.
Liz Monroe.
Liz from the lake.
Yeah, Old Lake Liz.
Lake.
She-
Liz Lake.
In her early teens.
Yeah. I think she was 12 when the British commentator.
Whoever the fuck it was,
Yeah,
Mr.
who that was.
BBC Radio or whatever it was.
12ish. She was 12ish.
Right. Young girl.
Yeah.
So not even teens then, I guess,
No.
if she was 12.
Well, she might have
12,
just turned
13.
13.
Who knows?
She might.
Birth date unknown, not important. So she used to frequent this lake. And I think I know you know the story too. We
Yeah.
were talking about this just the other day.
We came upon it and we're like, holy moly, this is an interesting
Fucking weird,
story.
you know?
Weird
Like,
story.
We've had several, I guess, brief stories to open these. This one was the strangest by and far.
Yeah.
Like the man from Torrid,
Strange.
but this is pretty fucked
actual, yeah. I do not want to go visit that lake. That's
I wouldn't.
No.
No.
If you're not familiar
I'd
with the
much
story-
rather play with Annabelle
Oh, yeah.
than swim
While
in,
staring at
in Hendrickson Lake.
hands resist him.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I would rather wrap that painting around Annabelle.
And make her fight me.
Make her fight. In a pentagram.
So
Then
Liz,
go to this lake.
in a pentagram. I'd rather summon the devil
I would
himself.
rather surround her with salt. With the painting right above us.
So, Elizabeth Monroe, she used to frequent the lake. She's, I don't know, 12, 13. Young.
Yeah.
She's a kid.
She's a young buck.
And there was actually a dude who, I guess they say serial killer, but none of it was, I guess they couldn't really tie it down that it definitely was the same dude. Some people called him the American Jack the Ripper.
Jack 2.
Right, Jack's back.
Jack Jack version 2. But that's what they were naming him. They were calling him the American
Jack the Ripper, because he was the closest thing, especially in those days. Mm-hmm. Well, Elizabeth would frequent the lake, and she noticed this dude, middle-aged guy, watching her from across the lake. Mm-hmm. I guess it was near her family's farm or something, so it was just a short walk down the road. And in those days, it's not, you don't expect it to be unsafe for your kids to be outside.
No. Especially in West Virginia.
No. Maybe North Virginia.
North.
But West.
Yeah. West.
Yeah. Safe. Yeah. Gold. That's where the president lives.
Yep.
Something. So,
old Jack.
She would notice, from day to day, it seemed like there was this dude on the other side of the lake. Not too big a lake, but she could see to the other side that there was this guy kind of standing among the trees. It seemed like he was watching her. She figured at first he's probably just the type of dude who, like her, he just likes to go down, take a walk, maybe go for a swim or something.
Well, original cases, he was standing there. She thought it might have been a tree because he wouldn't move. He would just stand there.
Well, he was super still.
Yeah. And
the first day that she noticed him, she had wondered how many days she'd, I guess, come across him, or how many days he'd been standing there. Mm-hmm. And that it was extra weird if he was looking at her.
Yeah. She didn't want to get too close.
Right.
To make sure that it
Jesus
wasn't a
Christ,
tree or
why would
him.
you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
But that one day she went back to the lake and he was moved to a different.
Right. She said that he always stood in the same clearing. Mm-hmm. And then one day she noticed that he was a lot closer to where she would walk down to the lake, to that path. Mm-hmm. So she decided she wasn't going to go back to old Hendrickson. She wasn't going to spend any more time there because the guy just kind of creeped her out.
Well, yeah. Someone's watching me swim.
Right. It's a blank stare. Yeah. And he suddenly moves. And she's like, all right, well, I'm not going to be here when he moves even closer.
He didn't have a white van.
Well, not.
Maybe a white carriage.
Maybe a Pontiac.
Like
in
a
the
white
1910s, probably a Pontiac.
White Model T.
Grand Dam.
1910 Dam. But, so he would just stand there. It's just, as she got freaked out more and more.
Right. So she stopped going to the lake. She decided it was getting too weird with this guy getting closer and closer. So she stopped going to the lake. And she's at home. She had told her mom about this, obviously. Her dad's out working the fields. As she's telling her mom about this, the day after he had come closer, mm-hmm. They get a knock on the door. The wooden door.
Yeah.
I imagine.
It's spooky.
Even though it was West Virginia, it was probably like the Dust Bowl Farmers type stuff. It was just a couple of pieces of wood that they had strapped together, and there's your door.
2-inch gaps.
Right.
They could probably see through the door.
Yeah, they could. The wind would blow, knock off all the napkins off the table.
Yeah, small birds ended up in the living room.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
So they hear and Mom opens the door. Well, there's nobody there.
No.
So.
Well, they said it was a calm day that day.
Right, there was no wind. There weren't any birds getting into the living room that day.
It wasn't the cows knocking on the door. It was.
So
quiet.
They hear again. Mom's like, "What? Like, is that your father trying to? Is he? I thought he was still working in the field." So she goes outside. Elizabeth stays inside.
Oh, Elizabeth.
She said in the diary that she had written all this in,
which was found at the lake.
Right. Weird enough.
It's at the museum in, I believe, in Chester, West Virginia.
Chester.
Chester. I just made up that city name.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the okay.
All right, so
But it's in a museum.
Right.
They have it like in a glass case. Says do not touch this glass.
It's right next to Annabelle and the Occult Museum. No, that's not true.
It should be there.
But anyhow, well, fuck.
Yeah, that
So about 10 minutes or so pass. She goes outside. No mom, nowhere in sight. So she goes running out in the field, try to find her dad, see if the mom's out there with him, helping him with something. Who the fuck was knocking on the door? And couldn't find either of them. So she goes back to the house, finds both of their bodies hanging. Throats slit. They're hanging upside down, like the blood is being drained from them. You know, like a sow.
Yeah.
Like a sewing machine, like how they bleed.
Yeah.
After you finish sewing. So she takes off running. Ends up making it to her aunt and uncle's place, which isn't too far.
No, it was just up the hill.
It was on the opposite side of the lake.
They have a diagram on, if you go to, forget the website, HendricksonHaunting.com. Pretty sure you could find that story. That's where we found the audio clip. They actually have an audio clip.
From the original radio show. From the guy who said, Monroe.
It's actually, he actually does a pretty good job.
No, he does. You know, it's weird because it's poor sound quality because it's old as shit, but it's chilling when you hear this dude talking about it. It's scary as shit.
Hendrickson Haunting.
But yeah, she runs to aunt and uncle's house. Starts explaining it all to him. So the uncle goes back to her parents' place, you know, shotgun in hand and everything. Never returns. Her and the aunt, they take off. They move upstate because they're freaked. Her aunt believed her.
Yeah.
She eventually writes this diary up. And among all the other killings that this dude, more than likely the guy from the lake. Fuck is that noise?
I don't know.
Start moving shit. Something's not right. There we go. So anyway,
the ghost of Elizabeth,
Miss Monroe. She, among the other murders this guy committed, Elizabeth herself, once she grew, was out on her own, away from the aunt. What are you doing with that paperclip, bro?
Oh, you'll see.
The American Jack the Ripper here. She moved out on her own, got a place. She ended up going missing at the age of 29.
Continue.
29.
Okay.
Significant number, don't you think? You fucking tool. Waylon just dropped his glasses. So, age of 29, it's really not important.
No.
But she went missing. The diary was found, but the last page of the diary was in a different person's handwriting, and it chronicled what happened to her.
Wouldn't that be weird if it was
that she was
on the last page?
Taken back to the house, back to her parents' house. This is what I'm assuming the killer wrote. She was taken back to her parents' house, throat slit, but before she bled out in the same spot that her parents did, he took her to the lake and drowned her as she was bleeding out. Fucking terrifying. And they say that I guess this whole thing leads to her ghost still haunts the lake.
Yeah. And they do have signs warning people about not usage of the lake.
Right.
They tried to fence it off, but it's a shoddy fence, and there's a lot of gaps and stuff into the fence.
Right.
There's photos and videos on Hendrickson Haunting, or Hendricks Haunting.
Hendrickson.
HendricksonHaunting.com or org. One of those, you'll find it once you put it in. It's
right,
like the top Google search.
It's weird. I know I don't have the story in front of me. I'm doing it really from memory.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know it too. You saw.
It's freaky.
We looked at the same article. It's fucking weird though, because they never caught the dude. But the thing that what bothers me is that he completed her diary, her childhood diary.
Yeah.
So I'm like, holy shit, this happened to my parents. My uncle never came back. all this fucked up stuff. And
I wonder if he was a soulmate of hers, like from a past life, like her father in a past
tying
life.
it in. Probably not. But what's a soulmate anyway? What is that? Tell me.
Let's jump
Tell
right
me.
into it.
Yeah, we can get right in there. Eh?
Yeah. A soulmate is someone that travels with you, that helps you out throughout life, that you've known for past lives. This goes hand in hand with reincarnation. You pretty much have to believe in reincarnation.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
For certain.
Yeah.
For soulmates?
Well, if you think about it, soulmates are pretty much...
I think that's a possibility. The whole past life thing, and I think we did mention that in the reincarnation episode.
But as far as Christianity, I don't think you could believe in a soulmate because
Not
Christians
from that
believe
standpoint.
in one life.
Well, right, marriage is forever.
Yeah.
But
So, I don't know.
I was actually gonna ask that. Do you think we can have more than one soulmate?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There's the classic.
Absolutely.
Makes me feel good.
Adverb.
So a soulmate, basically a person with whom you've got a really strong connection, like right off the bat.
Yeah.
Immediately, whether it's a romantic connection or
Platonic.
your personalities just align so perfectly that it seems like it's meant to be, almost like fate, that person's supposed to be in your life, especially if they come in at the right time.
Yeah. We're going to tie two episodes into this one.
Yeah.
It goes deja vu. I mean...
Right, deja vu, reincarnation,
3
possible
episodes.
butterfly effect.
Yeah, I mean... Soulmates, it's...
Because it deals with fate, could deal with reincarnation.
So...
But so you don't, and we've talked about this before, I know the answer.
Yeah.
You don't think that soulmates are exclusively a romantic thing?
No.
That you can have, like, friend soulmates?
Yeah. Karmic soulmates. But I'll just read off the list from my notes. I have notes this time.
Good, because I've only got one page.
Slacker. I tell you every week.
That's right. I'm doing the large. I've got the large flashcard.
Gotcha. It is pretty large.
I have no notes.
But yeah, I do believe in there's multiple forms of soulmates. It doesn't have to be romantic. I don't want to get into like who I think my soulmates are, but I think
mystery. We're gonna put you on a dating show, buddy.
no,
I'm
not talking about romantic.
Who is my sex soulmate?
Sexy time
Featuring
soulmate.
Waylon. Waylon Hendrickson.
But do you believe in
That's not your last name. Anyhow,
Henderson, Virginia? Do you believe in different kinds of soulmates?
yeah.
Okay.
I actually had never considered that until you brought it up to me. I'm sure we've all had a friend, especially if you're going through a hard time.
Yeah.
Someone that kind of walks in at the right moment.
They show up exactly at the right time.
Right when you need them the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you really need a friend, a support system, that someone becomes part of your life, and you match up so well. It's not like just some person that you can talk to. It's somebody that without them you'd be really hurt because you've got such a powerful connection with them.
And like you said,
Like
it's
you
right
feel
off the
their
bat.
pain, you laugh with them,
Yeah.
you joke with them, you're happy with them, and whether that's your drinking buddy or the woman you've been married to for 30 years.
Yeah. But yeah, it goes back to reincarnation. I think we choose who we travel with.
So that can definitely, I think, be part of it. I don't know if that's the only reason we have soulmates, but if there is a past life, you develop a bond with that person, and then you meet that same soul,
Yeah.
regardless of form, in the next life.
And you may not know that, hey, but you can both feel it.
Right, there's something deeper than just like, oh man, you like movies too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like music with songs?
Do you think like a pet could be a soulmate?
I haven't really thought about it. I mean,
Because if you could be
possibly.
reincarnated as like a poodle, let's say.
Oh, yeah. Poodle's the last fucking thing that I'm going to be reincarnated. Should I tell my poodle story?
Do you have a poodle story?
I hate poodles.
Let me hear it. Let's have it.
When I was a kid.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I stayed at my aunt's house. Sorry, mystery viewer. I hate poodles.
Mystery viewer.
And it's
loves her poodle.
She just showed me a screensaver of a poodle on her phone. But and I shouldn't hate poodles because of this, because there's only one asshole poodle.
Probably not fair to all poodles.
It's not.
It's almost racist.
It's like I don't like Brussels sprouts.
But
it's
all Brussels sprouts
they taste the same.
Yeah, you're not like, this is a good one, but that one's bad.
But anyway, I was young, probably 5, 4, something around there. Stayed at my aunt's house, and I saw what I thought was chocolate on the ground.
Okay, so you ate shit, and now you're mad at the dog.
No, I'm not mad at the dog because of that. That was my own stupid fault for liking chocolate.
Yeah.
The dog was looking at me as I was doing it, and I swear that
He was like,
little bastard was laughing because he was just like looking at me like. He didn't warn me. He's like, or like nudge me like, no.
What dog is gonna be like, hey, dude, don't? That's because that's
Dude,
my shit.
I dropped a deuce on the carpet,
why
and
are you
a
eating
kid came
off the
up, I'd be
floor?
like,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, don't eat that. That came from my butthole. That dog was
You
an
think
asshole.
the dog was like, oh shit, this dude's trying to get friendly.
No,
The dog was into it.
the dog. 2 dogs, 1 cup. But no.
Dear.
Okay, maybe it's not fair to hate all poodles.
No, it's not. Not based on that.
But that son of a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, fuck that one in particular, but it's really not its fault.
Maybe I'll give poodles another try. I don't know.
Don't.
I know I won't eat their fecal matter off the carpet.
Well, if
Now.
that's the case,
Maybe that'd be like healing for me.
to get another poodle and not eat its shit,
Yeah.
yeah. Tell you what, you spend one day with a poodle, don't eat anything that comes out of its ass.
It'd be good. Go to the park, we'll hang
I think
out.
you're going to feel a lot better.
Yeah. Be a coping mechanism, the poodle. Anyway, going back to Soulmates.
Yeah. But no, I mean, if you can be reincarnated and you had a real good friend in a past life,
Fucking poodles.
and they come back as anything but a poodle who shits food for you, I guess, then I don't know. People seem to have super strong connections with dogs,
Yeah.
especially like somebody who's kind of introverted. They don't really like to interact with people, but they get a pet, and that's their entire life.
Yeah.
Could just be that they like dogs, but it could
No,
be
you
that
may- you may be
that
onto
dog
something.
really does something for him as far as that connection.
You may be onto something. But
I am.
you're onto something. So it's quite possible.
Yeah, thank you.
But just to go over the different forms of soulmates. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. There's the healing soulmate. They're pretty much friends who arrive with intention at the right time to provide life lessons that clear blocks from, say, past lives or some kind of negative
Some sort of trauma that you've experienced in
negative
this life.
karma to clear that.
So like we were talking about, the person who comes along when you need them the most, whether it's a friend or the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, married, banging, whatever.
However, these soulmates,
The healing?
they most likely won't last.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's an interesting concept, because when
Yeah.
you think soulmates, you think like together forever, like for life.
They know
Like
you.
your souls
you know them.
match.
They come here.
You're together. You're practically one.
They help you, and they move on with their journey.
Sounds more like a friend, like a good
No.
friend. But I guess that could be a type of soulmate.
Yeah.
They move on to help somebody else,
Yeah.
or an angel.
Angel
Angel Gutierrez. Shout out to my man,
Gutierrez, neighbor.
Angel Gutierrez,
He's a hell of a cook.
handling those goats, man.
Goots.
He's the old goat farmer.
Goot farmer. Goot. That was pretty loud. There's the past life soulmate. This could be the lover soulmate from a past life.
You've already had the bond, so it
Yeah.
feels real natural.
Real easy, real comfortable. Right off the start, you're like, wow.
That's what I said last night.
Oh, snap. Wow. That's what you said?
Yeah, I got punched in the face really hard.
I-
Wow.
I should only
that
hope
hurt.
so, yeah.
So,
Yeah, it happens.
unrelated, but anyhow, yeah, the people that you instantly match up with.
Yeah, they're pretty much carefree relationships.
Nobody has to try. Nobody's got to bring anything to the table
Yeah.
to impress the other.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I know you. You know me.
There's the karmic soulmate.
Oh, yeah, Satan.
Satan soulmate.
They're connected through past life as well. Connections are deep and karmic. They're awful. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
What do you mean?
You're laughing?
I don't think so. Do you want to play the audio back and hear
Let's
that I
do
wasn't
this.
laughing?
Want to play it back? That was you.
No, you got me.
Hendrickson. They're like a twin-like connection. We're on the karmic soulmate.
I just thought of something kind of interesting when you said twin. Or twin soulmates?
Full house.
Like by default? Not the Olsen twins.
Okay.
Ugh.
Right.
These days. But,
Wow.
well, I mean, look, I'm not making the rules, I'm just saying. But anyhow, are twins soulmates like by default? Because they're so close. Some twins say that they kind of have like telepathic communication. How can you be in each other's minds? That's almost like soulmates because they're sharing a soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, you don't know.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I guess you're not going to indulge that, so
No,
you got
not
anything
really.
else?
I'm
Look,
gonna
I'm trying to be nice this episode because you gave me a bunch of shit about the last one.
And I noticed that.
I was doing very
are-
well until you just stopped talking to me. So
We are 26 minutes in, and you've been doing an awesome job.
let's just keep going.
Okay.
Before I
the douche comes out.
really sour. I'm glad you did your research.
Thanks.
I commend you.
Thanks.
But Jesus Christ.
Well, he's my soulmate.
Shout out.
Let's see. The twin flames. I do like the twin flames. Do you
Okay,
know
so
what
I was just talking about twins. Gave you the perfect lead in for whatever the hell the twin flames is. And you didn't bite.
I'm gonna go no. I'm no. I don't think twins are soulmates.
Okay.
They could
Explain.
be.
All right. So what do you have about twin bananas or whatever you were just talking about? The old double fist or whatever your twin flames.
There's the Brendan. I will share with you. They pretty much work together to.
Okay, so
work.
co-workers.
No.
No,
They're
go
probably
ahead.
on the deepest level. Twin flames are pretty much on the deepest level. That could be the romantic soulmate. That could be pretty much a mirror image of you. Think of it that way, as a twin flame. Yeah.
Does that cover?
No.
Oh, all right.
I'll see about the
Go on.
lake. That story is so intriguing.
I don't know, dude.
I watched
makes
it
me
before I came out here, and it's
Listen, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think what bothers me the most is the way that dude told it on the radio show or whatever it was from the 20s. Because he's talking about it like it's just it was probably the
That's what I was
American
thinking. What if
Ripper
he was
or
the
whatever
Ripper?
the fuck they
The
called
actual
him.
host was the
he's
guy.
he's the Virginia Ripper.
He's like, I was watching. I mean, he was watching her from. Yeah, I mean, he could be.
Miss Monroe.
Miss Monroe.
Anyhow,
She was in her one piece.
Ugh. She was wearing the most conservative of skirts. But that's 1914, man.
A nice shade of gray.
The fullest cotton. Anyhow, okay, wait. So tell me again about twin flames. That's not specifically just romantic connection.
No, it could be different types, but that it falls on. Most likely, it's the romantic side. And I don't know.
Right.
Would you agree? Mystery, maybe, maybe not.
She's giving the thumbs. I don't know.
The relationship transcends the ego, if that makes sense. They have a very, very, very deep relationship. It's unbreakable.
But it doesn't have to be romantic. It just usually is.
Usually is.
Because with that kind of connection, you're gonna touch each other's balls.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
When you get that close, the balls are coming out.
Wow.
Or whatever.
If you're into that.
Whatever you've got.
Yeah. Whatever.
So, I mean, let's be honest. We've all had that friend. We've touched his balls.
Wow.
Wait.
Something is.
What else? What else you got? What's on your flashcards?
Let's dive
What do you
into
got?
that
No.
story,
Here we go.
Brendan.
Here we go.
You made me tell the poodle
Hendrickson Lake. So you ate dog shit.
story. Hendrickson Lake. See, the thing is with the soulmate thing, in my head, I know what I believe. And doing research on something that I felt strongly about since I was a kid, research is kind of...
It doesn't really do justice to what's in your
my head,
when your mind and in your
what
heart.
I believe in, what I know they exist because I've had numerous soulmates come to my life.
You know, I was going to ask you about that. I think we both agree. I think I already asked you. You can have more than one soulmate.
Yeah.
Do you think that every person has a soulmate, or
Yes.
at least one?
Yes.
That there's somebody, essentially somebody for everyone, whether it's a romantic thing, you're touching balls, or it's a friendship thing.
Or a poodle.
Yeah, where you're poodle shitting, or
But that's a close relationship.
you just got a real close buddy.
No,
I mean,
think
shit,
so.
I would
think-
imagine, based on what we've defined it so far, any dude who's ever been married, your best man is probably something of a soulmate.
Yeah.
Because that's the dude that you're, pardon me, that you're closest with, knows the most about you.
Yeah.
He's probably seen your wife naked in a weird, it was probably like a drunken thing.
Yeah.
Nobody really talked about it after, but he's there at the wedding and he's giving his speech.
About Hendrickson.
Or it's just
Lake.
it's your buddy. That's the dude who you watch the game with or whatever, you know.
Could be.
Guy things.
But no, I do think everyone does have soulmate or soulmates. Some choose not to, but they don't see, maybe not understand, believe, if you will.
Well, probably they don't recognize it as a
Yeah.
soulmate. Because, I mean, if you ask a person on the street, what is a soulmate, they're more than likely going to give you the definition or the description
It's the
that
girl
it's
that
the
I ever
person,
found,
right?
or my girlfriend, or
Right. It's my beautiful wife or my wonderful husband that I've been with for so long, or it's my boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I think not necessarily that people are reluctant to look beyond a spouse as a soulmate, but they don't really recognize that the connection is equal with people other than their spouse.
Yeah. I remember, it's been a while, and I told my nephew, I'm like, dude, I really think that we're soulmates. And he was at an age where
He
he
was
kind
like,
of did.
"Ew, gross, I'm not touching your balls."
He didn't understand it, but I explained it to
I'm
him.
sorry, it's your nephew.
And he's like, yeah, I mean, so I think he's one of my soulmates that travels with me. And what's
Definitely.
creepy about that, we have the same scar, same mold, same exact. It's crazy.
Didn't you say it was a gummy bear?
His birthmark is gummy bear.
He's got a gummy bear birthmark.
Yeah.
Dope as shit.
And Jaden, my niece, tattooed the gummy
An
bear on
actual
top of
gummy
the,
bear's features,
it's awesome.
face, and paws.
But we have the same. We're left-handed. We have the same mold in the same spot. Been bitten by a dog on the same leg, same spot, same callus from riding. I mean, it's just crazy stuff. Like more than coincidence stuff.
Weird
And,
matchups.
Yeah. I'd say probably 5 that I can count.
That you would consider to be soulmates,
yeah.
people in your life.
Yeah.
Am I two of them?
No, you're an asshole.
You're right.
You may be.
I can't argue with that.
We did click right off the bat.
That's true.
We did.
This was a
So-
pretty instant friendship.
Yeah.
From
Then you touched my
Pee Wee
balls.
football to
But yeah, I think maybe
we
I don't
didn't
know.
play Pee Wee football.
We did.
We're not athletes.
We coached it.
Yeah.
Best team in
For the
world,
most part.
pretty much. World
I mean,
Series,
we winged
champions.
it, but
Yeah,
yeah, it was a good experience for the kids.
Ligers.
Go Lakers.
Go Ligers for life.com. #winners.
Shout out to True Value.
True Value for being the sponsor.
Hey, next season we're coming for them.
Oh, yeah.
we're
It's-
coming back.
Yeah,
Championship's ours.
True Value.
We've seen
Game.
some other teams. We're gonna maybe steal their plays. We're in.
But I say 5. How many would you say in your life thus far?
You know, it's interesting because I've always thought of soulmates as someone who's pretty much in your life forever,
Yeah,
or like once they enter your life, they're not gone.
yeah.
Right off the bat, without like making a big list and thinking about it for a while, I'd say like 4 or 5.
Yeah, don't bring in old Tarpey into this.
Old Tarpey, haven't
Oh,
seen him in a minute, but
soulmate Old Tarpey.
I miss the boy.
Yeah.
Where's Tarpey at? Shout out real quick. Shout out to Tarpey.
Sponsor our team
out there spooking all those kids at the lake. Not Hendrickson, but the other lakes.
No. Ligers, sponsored by
Tarpey.
Old
Can you
Tarpey.
imagine if Tarpey was the American Ripper?
Ooh. She saw a tarp as she was swimming. She thought it was just a tarp.
Turns out all it was this girl tried swimming and a 1914 lead tarp dropped on top.
Lead tarp.
I think everything was made of lead back then.
Yeah, pretty much.
That just held her down, and that
That
was
or
it.
wood. It was like a wood plank.
Somebody kind of romanticized the story to make it this crime drama.
Yeah. I don't think it's made up. I think it.
No,
the website. Points differently. The audio.
I don't know. I don't like things like that when they say the killer was never caught or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, fuck that.
Yeah.
Because he either did this shit for many more years. Because who's gonna have the most famous kill of all time, and they're like, well, I think that's good. I'm just gonna go work at a mill or some shit. They're coming back for another one.
And he sees the newspaper and just smiles like. They'll never know what's.
Gives people a wink and stabs them in the stomach.
Yeah.
You know who that was, don't you? Whack, whack.
But no, going back to Soulmate, we've been derailed so many times in this episode.
I know.
Grab your dustpans.
Clean the ash pans, Colonel, because
Colonel.
the train's running off the rails again.
But I would say 5.
Monroe. I could think of real quick 4 or 5.
Definitely Sterling. Sterling is definitely a soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
Tostin, I think Tostin's
Junior,
a soulmate.
yeah.
Oh, Junior in there playing Xbox. I think
he's working him over in the
and
UFC.
Speaking of which,
shout out to UFC.
Tons.
Oh no, come on.
No, tons of deja vu with him. It is crazy. Like almost daily, like little bits and pieces of we're be doing some stuff, and it's like not like wow deja vu, but like what the
oddly familiar. There.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely.
I know we did a whole episode on deja vu.
Yeah.
But that's got to be something.
It has to,
especially when you notice that you're having those deja vu experiences.
I mean, daily, and it's crazy,
with
dude.
A certain person, when it's not just like, oh, my buddy walked in the room and he was holding a chili dog and it felt surreal.
Yeah.
That you see this person on a regular basis, and the deja vu is frequent. There's got to be something other than like, oh, my mind's kind of weird because it's with that one person, nobody else.
And even like silly YouTube videos like narwhals.
No,
I'll look it up. I'll see it work, and then he'll see it on the phone.
Betcha.
Stuff like that is like
random
videos.
I've seen that
how
before.
did you find that when I was looking at that earlier? But stuff like that, like small deja vu. I'd say 5. I have 5-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least. I guess it depends on how broad your definition of a soulmate is.
Yeah.
But
I think it's a special category. I don't think...
I really do like to think that there's more... Well, that there's at least a soulmate out there for every person.
Yeah.
I think the reason that, people get depressed and upset about relationships is because they get latched onto the idea that they're never going to find their soulmate when their best friend is trying to console them.
Yeah.
Their soulmate right there. I'm not saying you need to fuck your best friend, but...
I think a lot of people are stuck in the...
release a dude from the friend zone every now and again,
the physical realm.
Oh.
When people looking for soulmates or relationships or whatnot, they're not looking underneath the outer, and they're not diving deep. So
right.
I don't know. I think a lot of people had soulmates come in their life, and they either pushed them away
or they just didn't recognize
them. They didn't recognize them. So
you know what? Take inventory. The way that, at least the way that we've described it in this episode, I think we have. Using those parameters, comment on the YouTube video or the Facebook page. Let us know how many soulmates you think you have in your life based on those parameters that we've set.
How many jelly beans? Winner takes all soulmates.
It'd be interesting to see how many people say they've just got one, or how many people are like, 19.
We have one listener that says 0. She doesn't believe in it. I think I know. You know who I'm talking about.
Shout out to the 0. I hear she also doesn't like Christmas.
The KB.
Yeah.
You know you are, KB.
Not a fan of Christmas.
No. Holidays.
fun really upsets
Any kind
her.
of fun.
You know, it's I don't know. She's
We're gonna bring her on the show. By the way,
she's got to come on the
she
show.
should have came on this one.
Hey, shout out to the KB. Yeah, we should have had somebody to play devil's advocate.
We should have.
We're
KB
agreeing
on the
with each
Soulmates
other
one.
way too much.
Yeah, we need a KB on this one.
Yeah, shout
She'd
out.
been
You know who you
oh,
are.
Yeah.
No Soulmates, hates Christmas. Your daughter's a phantom. For real. For real. Her daughter's part ghost.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ghost daughter.
Shout out to you. Her daughter's kick ass.
Anyhow, so let us know how many Soulmates you believe you've got.
Let's ask the mystery listener.
Mystery viewer.
3
3.
in your lifetime.
4 of them are dogs.
Poodles. No. 1
poodle.
1 poodle. 3. So I think I do think there's multiple soulmates. I do.
Yeah, I think I don't know, when you look at the definition, if you take the romantic part out of it, there's got to be more than one in your life.
Let me go back to when I was like probably
And that's
9.
the show for this no, go ahead.
9 or 10. One of my best friends, and I look back now, I swear he was a soulmate. He accidentally shot himself at that age, and he killed himself with a 22.
Jesus.
But we were so close. I mean, I think what lesson he came into life with for me, but we were like beyond close, and that tragically happened. And
That sucks, dude.
but yeah,
But
I do know
you
that
were-
I'll see him again
you
on
were
some
that
other
close.
plane. Yeah, absolutely.
Not the 747. You're talking like the astral plane.
The astral plane. Yeah,
Legitimately
Next
this
plane,
time.
Yeah.
Not the y-axis.
Not the y-axis.
For real.
Not the Boeing.
In the next life, you might... in the next life, you might have a poodle.
Yeah.
And... bingo.
And yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
But yeah, I mean,
Robert's
someone
your
like
father's
that,
brother.
he remained in my heart for all these years when, something, I mean, you break my sunglasses, I'm killing you.
Fuck your sunglasses,
And I'll
dog.
see you next plane. We hope you enjoy that. Do you have anything else on it? I mean,
That's what I've got for Soulmates. Like the Facebook page. Subscribe
Share.
to the YouTube channel. Again, let us know. Let us know how many Soulmates you have based on that. Broaden your mind. Open that shit up.
yeah.
You know who you are. You know who we're talking to.
Kid me.
You small-minded mother. But yeah, let us know. Before we sign off real quick, the story at the beginning of the show, Hendrickson Lake, the Hendrickson haunting.
It was quite scary.
Yeah, spooky as shit and a complete lie. We made that up
Yeah,
on the spot.
It was improv.
Yeah, that was
we
bullshit.
Hope you enjoyed that story.
Anyhow, good night, guys.
Good night.
All right.
Yeah.